Today we're going to learn how to prepare a vegetable bed with the no-till techniques. So we learned how to make a compost. We will use it today, and here you see a vegetable bed that is from the previous season. So it means that it has remainings from the summer season, and now we're going to prepare it for sowing seeds for winter. So let's go. Okay, so first step, we clear off the vegetable bed from whatever there was. This is the broad fork. This is our main and very valuable tool that we have in the no-till gardening. No-till, why? Because we want not to irritate the soil structure below our feet, which is very important for planting. That means microbes, earthworms, whatever you can think of, myceliums running under our feet. So all of these things, we want them intact. So this is a tool that just aerates, decompacts the soil where we are never pressing on, and it gives some oxygen to the life inside so the roots can grow deeper again the next season. So this is the first step after down some weeds, and this helps us to take out the weeds from the rhodesium. So we pass through once or twice to our garden bed, compact our soil, and the next step is to apply another layer of compost. Okay, so this is a finished compost. You remember how we saw that we make? It ends up like proper forest soil. So this is full of microbes right now, and especially bacteria, that will help our vegetables to grow and make synergies with them, but also have a lot of nutrients that they need, a lot of nitrogen too. So we fill up compost and we empty in the beds in the proportion I will show you. We need around to have 50 centimeters in the best case scenario of pure compost. In this way the compost is loose, its structure is always loose, easy for the roots to penetrate, free of weeds in this way that we did it, and we just plant, and the weeding is happening very easily. We just pull them out like this, because the weeds don't have the need of developing deep roots. They don't need to search for nutrients. They will just grow on the surface. So we have multiple benefits on growing plants only on compost. It might be too much labor, but it actually in the end pays off. As we said, we're going to be applying in the beginning a big layer of compost if we have, or digested manure very well and thin and fine if we cannot find compost. And after every season we're going to be changing the cultivation. We're going to be adding 5 centimeters every time. So we're going to be keeping this nice bed of compost alive. Like we're going to keep it always what the vegetables are consuming, we're going to be adding. Because the vegetables are a very needy cultivation. They are consuming a lot of nutrients from the soil. In one season that they're being in life and then giving plenty of fruits, they need a lot of things from the ground, from the soil. So we have to give them to them. Next step, we are covering the soil. The soil has always to be covered, either by living mass, biomass, or by necromass. It will keep adding organic matter and feed the soil life, and it will protect it from the temperature, high or low. It will keep the humidity and return back organic matter to the soil and also protect it from the sun. So in this case we have some wood chips that we are adding on the path. So these wood chips, they're going to do exactly the same job with straw, with leaves, with branches, whatever you have in mind, and that can keep your soil protected. So, and when we talk about our bed specifically, we either mulch it again with cardboard, straw, something that will easily decompose, not wood chips, it will take too long, or we, even better, we cover it with roots. This is the best mulch. So we plant very densely. What does that mean? That if we're going to plant broccolis, we don't just plant broccolis and we plant it 60 centimeters away. We plant broccolis and between we plant beetroots and lettuces and another ground cover to have all our soil covered. In this way it will do exactly the thing that we said. Keep humidity, feed the soil with microorganisms and diversify soil life here inside. All of these components now, they're creating the best environments for our plants to grow, for microbial life to thrive inside here. So now it's ready to accept our plants. In this case, we're just going to sow directly seeds. This is radish, and what we're going to do is that we're doing what we said again, the intensive and dense planting, so that there is no room for weeds and also there is no room for the sun to pass down and hit the soil. So we're going to plant them a bit more dense than normally in what is suggested. So we're going to make some, let's say, alleys to accept our seeds, and we are going to throw them more or less in the distance of 5 to 10 centimeters. Then, if it is too dense and we haven't learned yet how to manage to do it properly, we will need to thin out probably some of them, but it's okay. The more dense, the more food we will have. Even the carrots can grow big like this when they are dense because they are protected by the sun. Then after seeding and sowing, we just cover it so that they are not exposed for the predators, and then we have to water them very well. So they have to be moist throughout all the day, so that means that in our climate maybe 2 to 3 times per day they have to be watered and sprayed. We're just going to install back the irrigation system, and that's it. Thanks for your attention, hope you enjoyed.